Give us your overall view of the K-12 education portion of that plan.
Meh. I mean, it's it's certainly not as radical as it could have been, and considering that the General Assembly is probably going to consider very few of the line items in this budget, it actually shows a bit restraint on the governor's part. But on the other hand, there is nothing here that shows any sort of innovation, and more often than not, it shows nods to some of his biggest supporters, including the Teachers Association and other special interest groups that were supporting him and funding him through his campaign last year.
Were you hoping for something a little bit different than this?
No, this is exactly what I expected, to be completely honest. A significant increase in teacher pay, taking an axe to the Opportunity Scholarship Program, increasing pre-K funding. These are all things that he made very clear that he was going to include in his budget. There was actually less policy movement in his budget than one would expect. In other words, everything really stacked up to funding or not funding rather than making policy decisions through his budget, perhaps moving departments, perhaps doing things with personnel. Instead, he pretty much stuck to the book, and that was the book of making sure that his supporters and his funders were happy.